Բարև ձեզ, իմ անունը Mouradian է, բարի գալուստ Երևան եւ ես Շամելյանից ավարտել եմ 2004 թվականին։
Անի անչափ ուրախ եմ, որ այս առիթը ստեղծեցինք եւ դիտարժանք իրարու հետ տեսնվել, Շամելյանն ավարտել ես եւ հիմա Հայաստան գալիս։
Այո։
You're joining our 50 Years 50 Stories project.
And I'm very, very happy to do this. I've been here in Armenia for 9 years. It's been a whole long time since I graduated from Shamayan. That was 21 years ago. Played such a fundamental role in my love for all things Armenian culture. It was my introduction to all Armenian history. My family was always very in touch with our Armenian culture, but that's when I started reading Armenian literature and learning about our history. Shamayan played a huge role in the type of person that I continue to grow into.
And you've had such a fun journey. I mean, I was part of your high school journey, so I know a little bit. Tell us about that journey.
It was my parents, planning ahead of time and really planting those seeds early on. We would visit Armenia almost every summer. So when my family's decision to move to Armenia came, it was very organic. It wasn't a shock to us. I was doing my own thing at UCLA, continued my education at Chapman. I wanted to be here.
What did you study?
I chose linguistics and psychology, and then I decided to become a speech therapist. Went to Chapman to get my postbac in communication sciences and disorders. Came to Armenia for a year off, and here we are, 9 years later.
What have you been doing in terms of work?
So ever since I moved to Armenia, I just was very passionate about helping our family business, which was the winery. And I'm very proud of the role our winery played in the renaissance of Armenian winemaking. I've always had a passion for writing and communications, and my experience with the family business really helped me grow as a marketing specialist. So since then, I've also done something on the side. So it's always been family business and wanting to leave more of an impact in Armenia's development in different areas. So I've been with Creative Armenia in the arts industry. I've been in the tech industry as a content manager at One Planet, and then I've been at Tumo on the communications team, and now I'm currently at the Children of Armenia Fund. And I'm very, very happy about how tangible our impact is on a day-to-day basis.
Incredible. Yeah. You guys are doing an incredible job there.
Thank you.
So tell us about how different life is here versus the life that you were living in LA.
Life can be similar in so many ways, because when you have your pockets of community in LA, you talk about similar things, you switch between English and Armenian, but of course it is very, very different to live here, and it's very different than visiting here. There are cultural differences in the way people communicate.
Someone's thinking about repatriating Armenia. Where should they start? Like, what advice do you have?
My biggest advice would be to communicate with people who have lived here, who either live here or have some experience living here. So I think it's really important to connect with people, perhaps in the same industry that you plan on working in, or just people who have been repats or expats for a certain amount of time, to get a sense of what you can do, what the options are.
So let's go back to Shamayan. Your Shamayan days. Are there any specific teachers that you want to give a shout out to, or a story you want to share?
Sarah and Marlon Vahan, who have played such a big role in our feeling safe about inquiring. You remember them being all about the passion towards Armenianness, Armenian literature, Armenian history. They've just been such warm characters in my time at Shamayan.
Currently with the 8th grade class visiting Armenia, and you mentioned earlier when we were walking that you visited Armenia with your class in 8th grade.
It was very exciting to be there with my friends, my classmates, and experiencing Armenia that way. It was very different from visiting with my family, and just being in those very Armenian, very historic places was very impactful at that age.
Thank you, Ani, for participating in our 50 Years 50 Stories. This was a challenge to get together, but we did it.
It was an honor. Thank you.